Dear brothers and sisters, when we think of our Phase 3 building project, our hearts are full of gratitude. We thank the Lord for answering our prayers. The building specialists have found an effective way to connect the electrical wirings between the old and the new buildings, and the electrical problem will soon be resolved. Do you know that building the 3 floors of the ministry building requires 12 million pounds of concrete slabs? Building the new sanctuary requires another 1 million pounds. Together, they are supported by 600 tons of steel structure. Why are we concerned about these figures? We know from the Bible that when David built the house of God, he assembled many skilled workers and collected many fine materials. From the detailed record of his extensive preparations, we can see that David and his people had offered their best to the Lord. Today, when we have the opportunity to take part in the building of the house of God, shouldn't we also put forth our best effort? The architectural firm we engage in is one of the most experienced builders in Canada. In fact, the Rogers Centre in downtown Toronto is one of their well-known building projects. So, what's behind the design concept of Phase 3?
This is a project unique for us. The one main reason is because of the congregation. It's a very specific, large congregation, and that congregation required a huge addition for 2,000 seats sanctuary.
The one thing that attracted us, on me personally, mostly was the fact that it was about the Chinese community, and it's also for a Christian community. And like I said a moment ago, I am both Chinese and Christian, and I felt that this was something that I can contribute a lot of, having understood church going from an Oriental perspective and the way we approach our faith. That's one. From a Christian perspective, I felt that it would be quite important for somebody who's a believer to be part of the team. One of my career objectives is to bring glory to the house of God, and one way to do that is through church buildings.
In fact, before the architect designed the church building, he has taken into account the structural, artistic, and spiritual perspectives and incorporated these ideas into the whole design.
The orientation of the new expansion towards Bayview Avenue, and that orientation is very much emphasized by the big cross, precast concrete cross holding the beams, which are part of the roof structure for the church. Sanctuary has a balcony with access from the ground floor up to the second floor of the balcony, and it's a fan concept, very open towards the podium. In terms of the sidelights, we found that this is the best shape offering for the congregation close relation with the podium from any point of the auditorium.
At our firm, we always finish what we start. We are committed to this project, and you are aware that throughout the different stages we had issues that we had to confront, and I like to believe sincerely that we have not backed away from anything despite having things rule against our favor. We are committed to this church. I am personally committed to this church. In fact, I've been praying for your church. My church has also been praying for your church because this is for a bigger glory than just simply my firm. So our commitment is 100%. We're behind this all the way.
With such a thoughtfully designed church building, we can welcome more people into our church. Let every concrete slab, every steel beam, and every screw be fully utilized so that we can connect and grow together in this family of God. From the united hearts of brothers and sisters in God's abundant provisions, we can clearly see the guidance of our Heavenly Father. We may not compare our Phase 3 project to David's preparations for the Lord's temple, but we are prepared to follow his example and offer our best to God. Just like David, we also want this holy temple to be used by God. Phase 3 is a tool and a vessel through which many more people will come to know Christ and live a purposeful life. Because of good progress, the roof of the ministry building and resource center is anticipated to be completed before winter. This means that the severe winter condition will not delay the interior construction of the church building. Please continue to pray for our Phase 3 building project. Pray also for the safety of the construction workers. Thank you very much for your financial support. Your investment in eternity is definitely worth it. If you have any questions or comments, please contact our Phase 3 building committee.